Hello, in a previous video I showed you how to use the financial model. This is the follow-up to that. This is going to show you how to transfer the Excel file tables and charts you created into the actual Word file. You may notice I'm using two screens. As I do this professionally, it's easier for me to use two screens. If you're just using one screen, the same methods apply. Let me go ahead, we'll put in the first table. So this is just the ones from the template. So I'm going to remove these. And then I'm going to go to the Excel file and pull up the profit and loss statement. I'm going to use the little one here. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it. I'm just going to shift it over a little bit using that. Give it a little bit more space. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it. And then I'm just going to, and the nice thing about this is that you can adjust the sizing. So as you can see, the expansion plan got a little smaller. So then we can make this a little bit wider. Oops. And adjust it down a little bit more. And you can play with this as necessary. If you notice that any of the numbers in the charts are getting a little stuck, you can actually just move that over. So now it's a little bit clearer. On to the next chart. This is the use of funds. Let me go ahead and just take that out. We'll then go to the use of funds tab. And I'm going to copy right there. Copy it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to move it over a little bit. Now, because there's extra lines, we're going to remove those. So you just highlight them, right-click, delete cells. It's going to say Shift Cells Left. Just hit OK. There goes that. I'm going to put in the next table, or the next graph. Put that in there. Now, I'm going to make this a bit bigger, so I'm going to scroll this down a little bit. And I want this to be nice and across the board. I'm going to adjust that. And I'll center this. And there we go. Pretty easy. Operations page. Same deal with the revenue breakdown. Let me go ahead and do that. And I'll go to the revenue tab. We'll get this one, copy it. We'll center it. We'll take out the lines we didn't use. And again, you may be seeing a lot of these things. If you haven't watched the other video, take a look at that one because I'll show you how to make all these adjustments. And then we got this in there. We're going to put that one down. This looks good. Marketing plan is just text. We'll then put in the payroll. So this is the payroll table. You just copy that. And we're going to put that in. Now we're going to take out the ones we didn't use. And we'll take out these as well. And then we put in just like that. Then we'll take the big table. Make this nice and neat looking. And there goes that. Okay, on to the financial plan. We're going to do the source of funds. This one you can just leave. It's a standard, unless there is some thing that your CPA has advised you to change in regards to your tax rate, or if you're in a higher or lower tax area, you can just leave this table in there. That goes there. Let's do the profit and loss statement. Oops. Now we'll put in the big profit and loss statement. And we'll center it. I give a little bit of space. We'll take the big table. We'll paste it here. Now right away you see that it jumps on the next page. If this happens, just keep making it smaller and it'll pop right onto that next one. And we can make this a little bit wider just so it looks a bit nicer. Similarly, sometimes these will adjust. You just scoot that over so it looks nice and neat right over there. And now into the cash flow analysis. We'll take this one out and we'll put the one we were working on in. And we'll slide that in. And the same issue occurs. This is primarily due to the fact because we're trying to get the highest resolution possible. So as you just keep making it smaller, it'll go on to the next page. If this happens, you just hit enter, move that to the next page. Balance sheet. Let's put the balance sheet in. I know this is not the most exciting thing in the world, but just showing you how to do it so it'll come quick to you. I'm sure that during the course of, as you're writing a business plan, you'll make many adjustments. You'll be doing this quite a bit as you adjust and revise. And certainly if you run into any issues, always more than happy to help. The next up is the break-even analysis. Let's go ahead and put that in. And we'll center this again. And we'll put that in here. And then finally the business ratios before we go into the next little part here. business ratios, copy, and you just paste. And here we go. And I'll just pull that up a little bit to look nice and neat. Now this is the one, I'm just going to take all these out. So you see the profit and loss statements. For the first year, we break them down monthly. For year 2 and 3, we break these down quarterly. So we'll deal with the cash flow next. But because of there's so many of the cash flow the profit loss, because there's a lot of tables here, we'll go to our expanded profit and loss statement at the end. And rather than copy the table itself, we're going to actually copy this in as a picture. So rather than do it like this, where it's then too big, we're going to take it as a picture. And then we're going to pivot it, just turn it like that. We'll make it a little bit bigger. And there we go. Now it's in that sort of landscape mode. So now let's do this with the second one. This is, again, the year end for the first year. And we just scoot this over so it looks nice and neat in the center. And we'll just do the same thing here with year number 2. And year number 3. And we'll go right with that. And again, I know this is like watching paint dry. Let me just take out those image ones. And I'll take out that one. And as you need to delete things, you can just scroll over and delete it. So now we've removed that back of that cash flow analysis completely. And we do the same thing. We go to the expanded cash flow tab. We copy it. And then again, we're going to do this in image mode instead. So there it goes. We just turn it. And then we can go in the corner here and just make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to read. And because this second one's a bit big as well, we'll do this as well. There we go. We're going to go right to the center. We're going to hit picture. We're going to just click on the picture and this will come up. And literally I'm just moving my mouse to the right and then just clicking like that. We're good there. And we'll do the cash flow analysis one more time. This is year number 2. Oops. And the final one. Year number 3. Okay. And that's essentially it. So now we have our 3 years of cash flow analysis done, profit and loss done, break even and business ratios, balance sheet, our cash flow analysis, profit and loss statement, use of funds and source of funds. We got our payroll in there. And we got our revenue table, our table here, and our income statement. Perfect. So that's essentially how you do it. Once you finish your tables, again, it's just a lot of cutting and pasting. I know it can be a little bit tedious, but it does make it look pretty good. And certainly, again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out anytime. Know this can be slightly more complicated than it actually looks. So again, always happy to help. And thank you for taking a look. And if you've purchased the template, thank you again. You've supported a small business. Take care.